What do my you boys coming through once again? And on today's video, we're gonna talk about mind games and how family members get affected with the individuals behind prison walls. The reason why I'm talking about mind games, and it's between a CO and an inmate, is because of the two scoop situation, right? In where, I think, first of all, Two Scoops has a channel called Solid Behind Blue Eyes, right? He came into YouTube. He dropped some important information that made things blow up. Even though we all had that information, it seems like once somebody from behind the walls talks about the same thing, it makes it more valid, right? More valid. And I believe that's what happened. And that's why it blew out of proportion. And to his course, right? To his course. It is what it is. He came with the truth. He said his truth, and that's doable, right? Some people actually came out and said, oh, he don't got no say so on this, but come on, man. Like, really, man? Are you going to speak on that? Por favor. You know? But anyways, that issue, old issue. The issue right now is the mind games that CEOs played, because the whole time, as he's doing his lives, right, he's basically telling the people, man, I'm going to ADX. And for what I know, I might be wrong, is that he took a deal in where he took a plea deal in exchange for him to, I'll take this deal, I'll take this time if you send me to a federal prison, right? Which is way better than the state prison for those who know, right? And they went through. So the whole time, they're basically saying, you're going to go to ADX, right? The cops or whoever, the counselor or whatever. And can you imagine being like, damn, I think I just done messed up, right? Like, I made a deal to go to federal prison, but they're going to lock me away. They're going to put me on the hole. That's what it is. Basically a shoe, But eventually he found out that they were lying, because I think he went to Vacaville. I believe he went to Vacaville. I don't know. Unless that's like a reception, I don't know. But he went to Vacaville. He's in Vacaville as for right now. And he's going through some things, right? Not to mention that the thing that he went through and where the cops were playing with him. But he's going through some things about medical, right? They took away his cane, his pills. They're not giving him his pills. And it's all kinds of different problems, man. This is the games that some CEOs play, some institutions play, and they come with whatever excuse to, I don't know, to mess with your life, And it is sad, because whenever his wife uh, speaks, I can see that she's going through it. You know what I mean? And that's something that we have to be aware of when, or you, if you're locked up, that your loved ones go through. They feel the pain. They feel helpless because they can't do nothing. They read your letters, possibly they answer your phone calls, but they feel helpless because they can't do nothing to you. To help you, and it's a bad situation. Actually, I don't know what is the reasoning of the why not giving him the pills, but when you have heart issues, man, you're supposed to take those pills every day, man, every day. Um, I might be wrong, but that's some serious issue. And to be locked up, basically as an inmate, man, what can you do? You're in the cell. You want to get moved? You're gonna be moved under restraints. So what can you do? And because of this shenanigans, this mind games that the system, the cops, whoever is in charge, whoever is playing this game, play. That's why people react the way they react. That's why sometimes there's assault on staff, on cops, on medical, on doctors. Because a lot of people feel helpless. They don't know I mean, how to deal with whatever they're going through, and they always, sometimes they blame the wrong person when in reality it's somebody higher that is not letting the medication pass through. That's something to have in mind. It's something to be aware. And this is one of the reasons why the people get assaulted behind those walls. As an ex-inmate, I can tell you, I can relate to situations in where you feel helpless, and sometimes you want to hurt people, you know, because of whatever issue you might have going on with the staff or with the system, right? But stories like this should be a reminder, man, that prison is not cool. You know, you might think, oh, I'm gonna kick it with the fellas, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna play around, I'm gonna do this, but man, at the end of the day, you're gonna end up getting hurt. You're gonna need medical assistance. And when you're taking something and then all of a sudden give you cold turkey and you can't do nothing to get it back, that's when the issues start. That's why there's a lot of lawsuits that has to do with medical. There's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things going on behind closed doors that the public doesn't know, right? The public doesn't know. And I believe that mind games within the institution, either with the CEO, with the staff, with whoever, play a big part of this problem. At the end of the day, we do wish Two Scoops, his wife, hopefully it goes better for them, because regardless of anything, man, at the end of the day, there's another human being going through their little struggles. Having a man in prison is not simple, and shout out to that woman 100%, man, because she seems like she's keeping it strong. She's helping him a lot, and hopefully they get the help that they need, right? I see that a lot of people are showing support. That's what's up, man. One thing I can share with you guys is that I have witnessed inmates going through this. I remember that the homie had surgery, right? And they were giving him the T3s, I believe Tylenol 3s, right? Because either they give you some pain medication, it's T3s, or if not, they give you the morphines, right? So they were giving him the T3s, right? They usually crush them. That's what they do. The morphines, that they give you the whole pill, and it dissolves within a certain amount of time. But for the T3s, they actually give it to you like in liquid, and you have to take it, or they dissolve it, something like that, And they were messing with him, He was going through pain, and he needed to take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, because he was going through a lot of pain. And for some reason, they were like, nah, you're good on this stuff. Or something happened with the prescription, but his stuff ended up missing. So he's over here sending medical forms, doing everything, because they usually, when you go to have surgery, they'll keep you like T3s for 2 weeks or something like that, right? Or a certain amount of time. As the homie was trying to get his T3s back, right? By the time that everything went through, man, his time was over. It's like, you should be good by now. You don't have to get them no more. So it's like there's mind games that is played by the system to, at the end of the day, either save money, play games, and people go through a lot of pain. People go through a lot. I do understand that sometimes CDCR gives medication that you actually don't need, but on other occasions, man, people who have any disability or has heart problems, man, these individuals, they do need the pills, man. And for CDCR to play games like this, man, is uncalled for. So whenever you want to commit or think you want to test your luck, man, just think about this, man. Just think about this and maybe second guess. Like, is it really worth it? Because trust me, it's not, man. It's not, especially when you're stuck behind those walls for a long time and you can't do nothing about it. That's when it sucks the most, man. So with this being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe, the like, the comment, notification bell, and salutes to everybody. Have a wonderful day.